Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Critics Collective. And today we're going to do a discussion slash review of Crown Jewel that happened yesterday. So I would say this is probably one of the best pay per views so far I've seen from WWE. May as well as go ahead and jump right into it. Starting off with the match with Roman Reigns and Bronson. Uh, It was a great match. It started off a little wonky at first. I guess they were getting a feel of each other, but overall, after the match picked up, it ended up being a great match. But of course, you had the Vision show up, a Breaker showing up and intervening, and of course, you're gonna have the Usos showing up to assist. And Jay ended up tackling Roman through a table. So now with that concept happening now, where you have Roman upset that after he told him not to intervene, and now you have Jay who intervened to the match, costing him the win. What's gonna happen with the bloodline? Is it gonna lead more to Jay Uso? That's my theory. Now. It's probably gonna lead more friction between Jay and Roman, where Jay is gonna be more like Roman and is gonna veer off, or you're gonna have another story where it's gonna be Jay versus Roman. I think it's probably leading to that, or something like that, where Jay's gonna be like, you know what, I'm gonna be the only true tribal chief, and he's gonna challenge Roman Reigns for the tribal chief. But I don't know, they're forgetting about Solo Sokoa throughout all that process. So I want to see how's that gonna play out. Another match I thought was it again. Before I go to the other match, I think the Bloodline story, they always write good stories. As far as their story goes. I know WWE they recently had a revamp as far as the writers and producers in the back. So we'll see what happens in the upcoming pay per views as far as WWE go. But let's go ahead and jump right into the next match, which was I'm not gonna go in order now, but it was Rhea Ripley Iyo Sky versus the Kabuki Warrior, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Again, when it comes to Iyo and Rhea, these two never put a bad match, and this was a great match, and they did a great job. The crowd was, again, one thing about these international crowd, they feed up everything, and the crowd was, even with the Roman match, they were everything. It was up to 10. The tempo was up there, so it was a great match overall. Um, what's gonna happen is that feud's gonna be over with the Kabuki Warrior or not? Because there's not really no belt involved as far as that goes. So I wonder how far that feud is gonna go. Because I really like how Asuka is doing with I was not for that heel turn because it's always like face, then it's a quick heel turn. I was not for that heel turn, but we'll see what happened with that because I'm liking what Asuka is doing, how she's very abusive towards Kyrie. When she goes online and posts all these memes and stuff about how she messed up. So I'm liking the heel turn Asuka is doing right now. So I want to see more of that, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully, the writers kind of give her more to do with that heel turn because I like the concept of the whole story going on with the heel turn. Will Io eventually turn on Rhea? Because that I know that was a rumor, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think it's probably gonna be Kairi Sane that's gonna have some kind of conflict as far as that, or they might bring back another member of the Kabuki Warrior. You never know. Yeah, if you know what I'm talking about. Then we jump to the next match. I'm not gonna talk about the Cena match. I'm gonna save that one for last. But we're gonna talk about the Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins match, which was also a phenomenal match where you have Cody Rhodes doing that on top of the rope, his move set. But it's the one thing I WWE, this move set is not secure because every time he did his final move, Seth would tap out. So it's obviously not secure, but Seth ended up using that watch Cody gifted him to punch him in the mouth. You can see Cody literally bleeding, but end up using it to win the match. So before this match started, you had Paul Heyman telling Bronson and Bron to not go help him out, even if he asked for it. And I remember there was somebody that put who was it that put it? Was it? Yeah, it was CM Punk that put the idea that Paul Heyman is running the show, not him. So I wonder how's that gonna play in the future as far as and when the story goes with Seth's relationship with Paul Heyman. Is there gonna be some type of friction there, where you have Becky's? So I think that's gonna play well into the story where you have Paul Heyman, making trying to say don't help him. He has to solidify himself as the absolute leader. But now Seth is gonna question everything. Now I think that's what's probably gonna happen. Seth is gonna question everything that Paul Heyman say or do moving forward. So I'm very curious to see how the story of the Vision is going to unfold when it comes to Seth's relationship with Paul Heyman. Then remember you also had Brock Lesnar show up, and he's like, we need to talk. So is Brock Lesnar going to get involved in there some way, or are they going to try to, ostracize Seth Rollins away by using Brock, or what's going to happen? I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. Well, the main event, which was Stephanie Vicari versus Tiffany Stratton, which was also a great match. Of course, I knew that was my prediction that Stephanie was going to win it. But of course, Tiffany Stratton was putting up a great show as far as this match go. So she's the second woman to win Crown Jewel, other than Liv Morgan. I really thought Liv Morgan would. I think I'm predicting that she might show up Monday, something, because remember she's the women heavyweight championship now. Or is it going to see somebody else that's going to challenge her? So Monday Night Raw tomorrow, what's going to happen is Liv Morgan going to show up. And is she going to challenge her for her belt back? Or see what happens, because now you're going to have a former Crown Jewel champion, a former women heavyweight champion challenging, the current Crown Jewel champion and the current women heavyweight championship to a match. But that would be interesting if Liv Morgan can come back. Now she not only has to win her belt back, but also have to deal with the Judgment Day and Dominic Mysterio, the whole, the Roxanne and everything going on. So that will be interesting if that happens tomorrow. But overall, it was a great match. And Stephanie is another one that does not put a bad match from what I've seen so far. She's very tough when it comes to those moves, especially that one with the leg, when she put the leg over the rope. One match I'm gonna say should have been the main event, was I would say was the best match of the night, which was I think this match, I shed a tear during this match when I was watching it, because this match was so it was so, like, I don't know, it was something about this match just alone. Not only when Cena came in and he had the announcer do his do her thing, but then he handed her a note and she announced it. She did the announcement for AJ Styles and the Undisputed Boss or the Bullet Club, and that's very commendable right there for John Cena. Very respectable what he did right there, because AJ Styles is going to be retiring next year. But this was a great match. Not only when John Cena was just alone, paying homage to all his opponent with all the moveset from Randy Orton to The Miz to Chris Jericho to even Bray Wyatt, in which had the whole crowd doing the Firefly, and Undertaker. He almost did a 619. I'm hoping he'd try it next match. AJ Styles even was gonna do his move, and he did a switch. He got a switch kick, switch chin music kick on Cena. But overall, great match, and all. And this photo right here, probably I'm gonna try to turn this into a poster. It's gonna be in my background. WWE, if they're making that into like a card or something, I'm definitely gonna buy it. If they make this into a card, this poster right here, it should be a card or something, because I would definitely buy it. This is beautiful right there. But overall, it was a great match. I'm hoping WWE keep that momentum when it comes to pay-per-view, because if I'm switching to ESPN, paying that extra money to watch this pay-per-view, I'm hoping they keep that momentum, because man, oh man, because WrestlePalooza, that piece of shit of a show, I hope we don't get that again. I hope with all this revamp they're doing with all the writers and all that we get better shows when it comes to when it comes to the pay-per-views. But this is what I'm talking about when we have pay-per-view. We can't have something we anticipate and you ended up giving us a shitty show. I don't mind here and there we get a shitty SmackDown. Even SmackDown the other night was fucking awesome, you know? But when it comes to pay-per-views, man, come on, man. They dropped the ball. I'm hoping Triple H and the writers or whoever they knew how writers they hired, because I know they won that because ESPN gave them a good grade, I believe, for this one. I think a B something, but I'm giving them an A plus because it was a great show. I did enjoy it. And Cena and AJ style match alone was like the piece de resistance overall. But definitely enjoy the show, bro. Guys, if you watch Crown Jewels, let us know in the comment down below. But how did John Cena's match make you feel? You know, knowing that he only has 4 more matches left, but all the tribute he's doing to all his previous opponent. And I heard the crowd after the press review calling for Edge. They want Edge. They even singing songs. So we'll see what happened with that. That would be crazy if next time Cena show up on either SmackDown or Raw and you hear on this day. Oh man, the crowd will go wild. The crowd will go crazy. But I know Edge said he retired, but that would you know, he could just come back for that one final match with John Cena. That would be wild. But overall, let us know what are your predictions for Cena's future opponent. Who is it going to be? Is it going to be Edge? Is Edge going to come back? Or is it going to be Miz? Because he did post a picture of the Miz online. So we'll see what happens with that. But he has 4 more matches to go. It'll be crazy. It's bittersweet, but it'll be crazy, man. But let us know in comment down below. What are your predictions for Cena's future matches? And of course, what are your predictions for the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, Jay Uso's relationship? What's going to happen? But I think the person we should be looking out for is Jimmy. That's my prediction. I think that something's going to happen with Jimmy because he still hasn't gotten the belt yet. And I think Roman kind of hinted to that, or Jay hinted to that to him too. And what are your predictions for Seth Rollins' vision and his relationship with Paul Heyman? These are my main concern right now. What are your predictions? Leave a comment down below. Let us know your thought and your prediction, and we'll get back to you. But again, thank you guys for joining us over here at the Critics Collective. 1, 2, 3 count. Y'all have a good day and see you soon.
Shit, I'ma get into it first.